Hey everybody, and welcome to Hexile Gaming. I'm Scott, and I've got a match of Star Wars Unlimited for you here on Tabletop Simulator. This match between YEHOSERA on the left and DESHUGA on the right. YEHOSERA playing Palp Blue. Palp's still pretty new to me, so we'll learn as we go. Bo-Katan out for DESHUGA. DESHUGA's playing Anakin Red. They just won a series in the game prior to this. Can do a whole lot of damage when Anakin flips, depending on how much damage is on DESHUGA's base. And that's why you can see DESHUGA going ahead and damaging their own base, using Anakin's ability to hit with Bo-Katan, gets +2 attack power, takes out Kuil. DESHUGA gets out Fighters for Freedom. Pretty good aggro card when you play red cards, deal a damage to the enemy base. YEHOSERA, with Village Protectors, has a shield and is a Sentinel, so that'll block up that ground arena for now. We did see a Palp flip, it looks like. Healed 2 damage to base, drew a card. And there's Power of the Dark Side. So DESHUGA gets rid of their Bo-Katan. K2SO out for DESHUGA, so pretty aggressive stuff here. Palpatine flips, creates a Clone Trooper, and deals 2 damage to DESHUGA's base. Top target placed on K2SO. Allows you to heal 4 damage from a unit or base. So the heroic side of Palpatine, as an action, if a friendly heroic unit was defeated this phase, draw a card, heal 2 damage from a base, your base. So a decent amount of healing in this Palpatine list from the Palpatine leader, and then we're seeing top target as well. It's blue, so you might have some vigilance in there. All right, DESHUGA's got initiative. They're going to use Anakin, deal 2 damage to their base, and then overwhelm K2SO into the Clone Trooper. So damaging their own base, because for every 5 damage on DESHUGA's base, when Anakin deploys, he will do he'll have an extra attack power. Leia turns the Fighters for Freedom sideways. Saw Gerrera's out now. And then Village Protectors. We see Fighters for Freedom doing 1 damage to YEHOSERA's base because DESHUGA played a red unit. It is difficult to keep track of when Palpatine is flipping. But they flipped to the villainous side, so they've healed 2, drew a card. What are the conditions? So for the Sidious side, you just need to play a villainous unit. For the heroic side, you need to lose a heroic unit. Fighters for Freedom. Saboteur, take out the Village Protectors. Leia finishes off K2SO. K2 does 3 damage to base, and then top target heals 4. There's a lot going on there. There's the 5 attack power from Saw Gerrera, who gets ambushed with the Bounty Hunter crew. YEHOSERA's going to look through their discard pile and draw. Do they get top target back out? Another Fighters for Freedom. This worked out pretty well for DESHUGA. That Saboteur has been nice. Clone Trooper from the Palp flip. Chaos of War. Going to do 4 damage to YEHOSERA and 2 to DESHUGA. So we've seen 2 double red cards so far. Chaos of War and Saw Gerrera. 10 to 10. So now so Anakin can come out at 6 resources, but he's waiting. He's biding his time so that when he comes out, he could do the maximum amount of damage. He deploys as a 4/7, but now with 10 damage on DESHUGA's base, he'd be a 6/7. He gets 1 extra attack power for every 5 damage on your base. YEHOSERA spending it all. Gets out of Luke Skywalker. There's a -3 to the Fighters for Freedom. So they're still here. And their ability's still live. So what are we at? 7 resources? What we saw from DESHUGA in the last game is they deployed their Anakin, attacked, and then used... I can't remember what the event was, but to ready up Anakin and attack again. When you have 6 attack power, that's 12 damage. Anakin does deploy. Clone Trooper does take out the Fighters for Freedom. Got an upgrade. YEHOSERA's already spent all of their resources. Their leader doesn't deploy. So Anakin hits for 6. YEHOSERA takes initiative. Guerrilla Attack Pod. When played, if a base has 15 or more damage on it, ready this unit. So YEHOSERA does have a base with 16 damage, so Guerrilla Attack Pod. Take something out. Anakin is out of range of Luke. Luke does 6. Anakin's got 7 health. So Luke takes out the Guerrilla Attack Pod and heals 3. This is Palp Blue, so you could have like a Rival's Fall or Felt the Dragon or something in there. Anakin takes out Luke. 5 Overwhelm. Wow. Kuil out for YEHOSERA. Ketsu for DESHUGA. Ahsoka does not control fewer units than DESHUGA, so no ambush. There's aggression, takes out Ahsoka, readies up Ketsu. Palp flips, heals 2 and draws a card. Ketsu hits for 3. YEHOSERA's got 3 resources left. They're going to take initiative. 19 to 20. 11 health on YEHOSERA's base. I was just looking at, like, Restore. Restore does say heal 1 damage from your base. I was like, man, it would be great if you could heal DESHUGA's base and stop Anakin from hitting so hard. But Kuil takes out Anakin. Does restore a little bit on their way out. Ketsu attacks for 3. 9 health remaining on YEHOSERA's base. Power of the Dark Side removes Ketsu. There's a Cassian Andor going to come out readied when you smuggle them. YEHOSERA with 6 resources left. On the villainous side, Sidious. That's a new one. A fine addition. If an enemy unit was defeated this phase, play an upgrade from your hand or from any player's discard pile, ignoring its aspect penalty. So, plays top target on Cassian. Cassian attacks. Palpatine gets a clone trooper and heals 2 by flipping. Chaos of War going to do 4 damage to YEHOSERA's base, 2 to DESHUGA's. R2-D2 out for YEHOSERA. Discards the Razor Crest. Looking for a card. Puts the other 2 on the bottom of their deck. Spins 2, gets out a outspoken representative. While you control another Republic unit, this unit gains Sentinel. So, that's going to block up the ground arena for now. Does he have... Yeah, he does not have Saboteur. Just do your daring raid. Easy. It's a big boy. It's a wrecker, so gonna defeat a resource potentially. To take out, to deal 5 to the outspoken representative. It's going to create a clone trooper on its way out. Luke Skywalker, then going to -6 Cassian, and collect the top target. Gets 6 healing because Cassian was unique. A-wing down for DESHUGA. Clone Trooper hits DESHUGA's base for 2. DESHUGA takes initiative. 2 more from R2-D2. YEHOSERA spare the target, bounces Wrecker. Then flips Sidious to heal 2. This is a good one. DESHUGA. Heroic Resolve. Avenger takes out the A-Wing. And that's a GG! Wow! YEHOSERA with the win! Well done! Alright, we're going into game 2. Alright, game 2. DESHUGA versus YEHOSERA. DESHUGA with a Ketsu down first. YEHOSERA, R2-D2. Are they going to discard a card to draw 3? Yes, they get rid of Spare the Target. Draw 3 cards. Take 1 and put the other 2 on the bottom. Big Republic R2, a 2/4. Costs more. But it's pretty healthy and hits harder. On to the next round. So, we saw DESHUGA versus YEHOSERA game 1. DESHUGA was very aggressive. They were damaging their own base. It was buffing up their Anakin. I think they got 2 attacks in with Anakin. Did have 6 attack power instead of the base 4. Lots of Chaos of War. I think we saw 2 of those. Ketsu Onyo takes out R2 with help from Anakin. So you damage your base for 2. But that allows you to attack with a unit, and it gets +2 while it's attacking another unit. So you can't attack base with it. Power of the Dark Side removes Cassian. And it is 0-2 in favor of YEHOSERA. Oh, and it looks like YEHOSERA has flipped from Palpatine to Sidious. That will allow them to heal 2, draw a card. And now YEHOSERA's got the villainous aspect. They get out a outspoken representative. It's a 2-cost unit. Had to pay the premium, so paid 4 for it. While you control another Republic unit, this unit gains Sentinel. YEHOSERA does not hold another Sentinel unit, so that unit is not a... another Republic unit, so that unit is not a Sentinel. K2 for DESHUGA can't even bash itself against a Sentinel and deal 3 to base on its way out. You can hit it and overwhelm 1 into base because it's got 3 health. Yeah, just goes all into base. Doesn't want to take it out right now. There is Ahsoka Tano. DESHUGA Fighters for Freedom, 3/4 Saboteur. That Saboteur came in pretty handy last game. And then a Bo-Katan. Five to 2 favoring DESHUGA. YEHOSERA's got initiative, and it looks like, yeah, Ahsoka is a Republic unit. So that outspoken representative is a Sentinel. Ahsoka hits Bo-Katan. Does not get her on defeat because there's not 15 or more damage on either base. Saw Gerrera down for DESHUGA. Hits base for 1 because of Fighters for Freedom. Power of the Dark Side, you're going to have to remove something. So Saw Gerrera, as an additional cost for each opponent to play an event, you must deal 2 damage to their base. So YEHOSERA dealt 2 damage to their base, and then DESHUGA decides to get rid of Saw. Palp flip there. Deals 2, gets a Clone Trooper. Heroic Resolve on K2SO, but then YEHOSERA plays Leia and exerts K2. There's the Wild Rancor. Gonna do 2 damage to Ahsoka. That defeats her. And Leia and the Clone Trooper. I believe the outspoken representative lives on 1. Luke is then played. -6 on K2. Who deals 3 to base on their way out. Thinking about using Anakin's ability to give somebody +2 attack power. No. Just uses Fighters for Freedom, 3 damage into base. Luke is not a Republic unit, so outspoken representative is not a Sentinel. Anakin does deploy. And they've got 5 damage. DESHUGA has 5 damage on their base, so Anakin gets an +1. So it does 5 damage instead of just 4. He's got 7 health. Could be out of range for Luke without some help. 21-5 looks good for DESHUGA, but we've seen YEHOSERA with a pretty big hold last game. And there's the Super Laser Blast. Just going to reset the board. Ooh, and a Clone Trooper on defeat. Gorilla Attack Pod. There is 15 or more damage on a base, so it gets to come out readied. Yeah, great little synergy with Anakin. Anakin wants to have a whole lot of damage on their base to make Anakin more powerful. So having a bunch of damage on a base makes the Gorilla Attack Pod better. Gives the on defeat to Bo-Katan. Attack Pod hits. DESHUGA gets out a Green Squadron A-Wing. 25-5. Can YEHOSERA hold here? They do have initiative. They're on the Sidious side, so they've got access to the villainous aspect. They do have, like, Avengers in here. Oh. YEHOSERA has 5 cards in hand, so we could see a Chaos of War kill him. There's Avenger. Four cards in hand for YEHOSERA. Okay. DESHUGA spins one. Heroic Resolve. And looks like that is a GG. DESHUGA wins. We're on to an ace decider match. All right. Game 3. YEHOSERA starts out with a Leia. DESHUGA with an A-Wing. YEHOSERA's got the initiative. So to flip Palp to Sidious, a friendly heroic unit must be defeated. Okay. YEHOSERA gets out a Yoda. That's going to give you access to some restore, which is helpful. DESHUGA, 3 damage from the A-Wing. YEHOSERA passes. DESHUGA gets out the Fighters for Freedom. That gives Leia something to smash into. She does. Now YEHOSERA can heal 2, draw a card, and flip. We could see Anakin, yeah. Anakin ability, defeat Yoda, damage your own base, because the damage on your base makes Anakin stronger. Power the dark side from YEHOSERA, takes out the A-Wing. K2SO out for DESHUGA. YEHOSERA flips, deals 2 damage to DESHUGA's base, creates a clone trooper. YEHOSERA plays top target on K2SO. K2SO is a unique unit, so if YEHOSERA can take out K2, they will get 6 healing. Anakin ability, Overwhelm. That's a great little synergy there. So +2 attack power, 6 damage into a 2 health unit. So that was 4 Overwhelm, I believe. Yoda back on the field. Aggression defeats Yoda? Oh, we've got some lag. There we go. Oh, and defeats the upgrade. So gets rid of top target on K2. Very smart. We see a flip from Palp to Sidious. So that's 2 restore and a card draw. No. Maybe they couldn't do that? Anyway. 3-6, favoring YEHOSERA. K2SO, 4 damage into base. And there is a fine addition. Just getting rid of it. No effect. Okay. So it's not a pass, but it's kind of a pass. Unless they're maybe trying to draw that out. enemy unit was defeated this phase, play an upgrade from your hand or from any player's discard. Yeah. Flips Sidious to Palpatine. 2 damage to Deshuga's base and creates a clone trooper. Deshuga played Chaos of War, so dealt 6 damage to YEHOSERA's base and 3 to their own. Something like that. R2-D2 on the field for YEHOSERA. Gets rid of Spare the Target, draws 3 cards, going to keep 1 and put the others on the bottom of the deck. Village Protector's out for YEHOSERA. Gets a Shielded Sentinel on the field. Might see Anakin use K2SO, Overwhelm on... Well, there wouldn't be any Overwhelm because of the shield. Are they Saboteur? No. So it takes out the shield on the Village Protectors. Deals 3 damage when they were defeated. Village Protectors hit for 2. Wild Rancor on the field. Going to defeat the Village Protectors and the Clone Trooper. R2 puts 2 on the Wild Rancor. Then Anakin deploys. Luke takes out the Wild Rancor. Heroic Resolve on Anakin. The flip on Palpatine heals 2. So Anakin gets 1 extra attack power for every 5 damage on their base. So they're going to get plus 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 with Heroic Resolve. Looks like they hit Luke, though, and do 1 overwhelm damage into base. So Heroic Resolve, plus 4 potentially. Yeah, Power of the Dark Side. Defeats Anakin. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Potentially, if they'd gotten to use Heroic Resolve. Guerrilla Attack Pod down for DESHUGA. A fine addition. Puts top target back on the Guerrilla Attack Pod. The Attack Pod hits for 4. Flips Palpatine, deals 2 to DESHUGA's base and creates a Clone Trooper. Then gets out the Village Protectors. 19 to 17. So Guerrilla Attack Pod has 6 health. Attack Pod into the Village Protectors. It does have grit, so it'll make it even stronger. So it's down to 4 health. 2 damage from those Protectors. Wild Rancor. Takes out the Village Protectors and the Clone Trooper. Palp flips. Heals 2, draws a card. Top target on the Rancor. We're seeing passes from DESHUGA. And then a Super Laser Blast. Was that 2 top targets. Looks like they healed 8. Woo! Avenger takes out the Fighters for Freedom. Saw Gerrera out. Going to make it costly for any events. Sidious flip. Deals 2 to Deshuga's base and creates a clone trooper. Deshuga gets out a K2SO. So if Avenger hits for 8, maybe they'll defeat... Deshuga will defeat K2. Deal 3 to YEHOSERA's base. There's a clone trooper hitting for 2. So the Avenger hit would end the game. Does Deshuga have any way to deal with that Avenger? No. GG. All right. It's a win for YEHOSERA. And a, yeah, very good series there. Very nice to see both of these leaders. And we've seen a little bit of Palpatine today, but not as decisive as that list. So, well done, YEHOSERA. And also, I mean, seeing Anakin deal damage to his own base to make him stronger. Just so cool. Such a good design. So thanks to both of these players for playing. That'll do it for this one. Until next time, this is Scott from Hexal Gaming. Signing off.